As the golden sun began to sink behind the tall pine trees, casting warm amber light through their branches, the gentle forest was preparing for its evening rest. The soft breeze carried the sweet scent of wildflowers, and the evening dew was beginning to settle on the soft grass that carpeted the forest floor. In a cozy clearing, surrounded by ancient oak trees whose branches stretched out like protective arms, lived a group of dear friends who loved to share peaceful evenings together. There was Oliver the gentle rabbit with his soft brown fur, Luna the wise owl with her downy feathers, Maple the sweet red squirrel, and little Willow the dormouse with her tiny pink nose. Every evening, just as the sky turned the color of lavender and rose petals, these friends would gather for one last peaceful game before bedtime. Tonight, as always, they met by the old hollow tree that served as their special meeting place. The moss growing around its base was as soft as the finest velvet, and tiny star-shaped flowers dotted the ground around them. "Shall we have our gentle game of hide and seek?" whispered Oliver, his long ears swaying softly in the evening breeze. His friends nodded with peaceful smiles, and Luna the owl offered to be the first to seek. She was always very careful to count slowly and softly, letting her friends find their perfect hiding spots without any rush or worry. "One butterfly flutter, two butterfly flutter," Luna began counting in her gentle voice, while her friends quietly padded away on the soft forest floor. The evening light was growing softer, painting everything in soothing shades of blue and silver. Maple the squirrel found a cozy spot in a bed of fallen leaves, where the autumn colors matched her russet fur perfectly. The leaves felt like a warm, natural blanket, and she could smell their sweet, earthy scent as she nestled deeper into their embrace. Little Willow the dormouse discovered a perfect hiding place beneath a curved mushroom cap, its underside glowing with a gentle, phosphorescent light. She felt safe and peaceful there, watching tiny dewdrops collect on nearby blades of grass, each one sparkling like a miniature star. Oliver the rabbit chose to hide behind a cluster of tall, swaying ferns. Their delicate fronds moved like peaceful dancers in the evening air, and Oliver felt his breathing become slow and steady as he waited quietly, watching the gentle movement of the plants. When Luna finished her counting, she opened her large, kind eyes and began to glide silently through the forest. Her wings made no sound as she floated past ancient trees and through patches of moonlight that were beginning to appear in the darkening sky. She first found Maple, whose peaceful breathing had caused a few leaves to rise and fall ever so gently. Luna smiled softly, and Maple emerged from her leafy nest with a contented sigh. Together, they continued the peaceful search for their friends. Willow was discovered next, having nearly drifted into a peaceful doze beneath her mushroom shelter. She joined her friends with sleepy eyes and a happy yawn, feeling the cool evening air brush against her whiskers. Finally, they found Oliver among the ferns, where he had been watching silver moths dance in the moonbeams. The four friends gathered in a small circle, their hearts full of the quiet joy that comes from being together. As they walked back to their hollow tree, the moon rose higher in the sky, casting its gentle silver light through the branches above. Stars began to twinkle one by one, like tiny nightlights in the vast darkness above. "What a lovely evening," Maple murmured, her voice soft and drowsy. The others nodded in peaceful agreement as they settled into their favorite spots around the old tree. Luna perched on a comfortable branch, while Oliver, Maple, and Willow found cozy nooks at its base. The night air grew cooler, and the forest wrapped itself in a blanket of peaceful sounds. Crickets began their gentle lullaby, and a distant stream sang its endless, soothing song. Far above, the leaves whispered ancient bedtime stories to one another. One by one, the friends began to drift toward sleep. Willow curled into a tiny ball, her tail wrapped snugly around her like a soft scarf. Maple's breathing grew slow and steady as she nestled into a bed of moss. Oliver's ears gradually lowered as his eyes grew heavy with sleep. Luna watched over her friends with gentle eyes, feeling blessed to share these peaceful moments with them. As she too began to feel the pull of sleep, she saw a shooting star trace a silent path across the night sky, like a goodnight kiss from the heavens. The forest continued its nighttime symphony, the soft rustle of leaves, the gentle hooting of distant owls, and the whisper of the wind through the branches. These sounds blended together into a perfect lullaby, wrapping around the sleeping friends like a warm, invisible blanket. And so the night deepened, with the moon keeping its quiet vigil over the peaceful forest and its sleeping inhabitants. The stars continued their gentle twinkling, watching over all the woodland creatures as they dreamed of tomorrow's adventures and tonight's sweet game of hide and seek. In the quiet of the night, the forest held its sleeping friends in a gentle embrace, keeping them safe and warm until the morning sun would once again paint the sky in shades of gold and pink, beginning another beautiful day in their peaceful woodland home.